My name is Nazar, and I'll be your host this morning for this masterclass. There's not going to be any gatekeeping, so we'll share everything that we know. We'll share case studies, we'll share results. What are we going to cover in this session so your time is worthwhile? We're going to cover the challenges that most HVAC and plumbing companies face with lead gen. So we'll talk about the pain point, and then we'll go over the solutions. And then at the end, when we are all done with the presentation, you can also ask me any questions. All right, so this is me. My name is Nazar. I am a dad and a husband and a marketer. I have a master's in IT management. I've been in the tech industry for 15 years and I've owned agencies for 10 years. I own the roofing marketer, also a couple of other agencies called Integra Design and Escape Ads. But for purposes of this presentation, I'm just going to call myself the roofing marketer, even though we do marketing for home services like HVAC, plumbing, concrete, flooring, and pretty much all home services. Everything that we do here is 100% inbound. There's no outbound. So like no cold calling, no door knocking. Obviously, we recommend that you keep doing that if you already are. And then we also generate leads in residential and commercial. And before I did this, I worked for companies like Verizon and Wells Fargo, managing large technology projects for them. Created about 5,000 lead gen funnels in my lifetime. Let's go over the content of this presentation. So we're going to talk about the website, your HVAC website, and what this will do for your business. You obviously know that this is your digital storefront, meaning that this is the first impression that your customers get when they walk into your store, in essentially your online store, because most people are not going to come to the office to get HVAC services, given that they're trying to get their air conditioning or heating system or water heater fixed or replaced. So the website is key, building your brand, and a good website will not have missing service pages. It will not have missing location page if you are servicing a larger area or suburb locations. Be mobile optimized, meaning that it will show up nicely and be able to be navigated on a mobile device. It will not have missing call to action buttons. It will have buttons like this, links like this, which is easy to navigate. Also good to have calendar integration to book your appointment straight to the website. Give people an opportunity to call you directly from the website. I needed to stop sharing the poll results. I apologize for that. Also good to have an AI chatbot for your website for after hours, and so that you are able to handle customers when you're not around or if you're busy. This can really help you. We are in the age of AI, so it's important for people to be able to get catered to when you're not available. So that's pretty much it for your website. 80 to 85% of your traffic is going to come from a cell phone or a mobile device. It's important fully that your website is optimized for mobile experience, right? Because most people are not going to be on their desktop trying to look for an AC or electrical work or repair work for their plumbing or their water heater. So important to have the mobile experience really good so that they're able to call you directly, schedule service directly from the website, or even chat with you on the website. So the mobile experience is going to be key in getting conversions, right? Now, one of the biggest challenges that I see in this industry, in the home services industry in general, is tracking of the lead. So let's say I am a marketing agency and I tell you at the end of the day that, hey, we generated 50 leads, Mike, for you this month, and here are these leads. But if we don't actually track those conversions, meaning those leads coming through to you via a lead tracking software that is connected with your campaigns. Let's say we're running Facebook ad campaigns, or we're running an SEO campaign, or a Google Ads campaign, or a TikTok campaign. There should be a way to transparently track every single lead, whether it's a phone call, record that phone call, or if it's a form fill, like somebody goes into your website and fills out a form, there should be tracking visibility for you guys to be able to nurture that lead, to be able to see the quality of the lead, to be able to see the validity of the lead. So the lead tracking portion of any campaign is super crucial. So for that, you need Google Analytics, you need Google Tag Manager, call recording, and tracking software like CallRail or What Converts. And if you ever decide to work with us, we can definitely help you with this. But this is going to be the foundation of any campaign, is tracking. All right, moving on. These are some of the most obvious challenges, even though some of these might sound silly, but it's actually very prevalent in lead generation. Things such as not answering the phone at all or not answering it on time will obviously cost you a lead because people are going to just search for the next service provider. Weekend availability, a lot of people do searches on the weekends because they're at home. It's going to be important for you to have either an answering system or someone answering the phone on the weekends, even in the late evening hours. Calls being put on hold, experience when I am listening to the calls of our campaign, like of the customers that are calling in through the campaign that we're running for our clients, and I'll see that just because the person on the other side who's taking the call does not have the technical or the business knowledge, they're having to put the customer on a long hold time, and this will obviously deter the customer to do business with you. Got to have a good follow-up game. This can be automated. We can help you with that if you ever decide to work with us. But basically what this is setting up an email and text nurture sequence, because no customer that's going to do a $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 maybe AC unit, maybe a heating unit purchase is going to just call you and make that decision. Sometimes that will happen. So follow-up is, I mean, we see that about 20 to 30% of conversions happen from follow-ups. So at least a 5 to 8 to 10 sequence follow-up on email and text, even call voicemail drops, which can be automated with the help of AI these days, will help you generate higher conversion for your lead. I have an upsell strategy. Obviously, everybody knows that, so I'm not going to go into that. And then financing option becoming more and more relevant in today's day and age, given that the way our economy is trending and with prices of things going up and tariffs, very relevant. A lot more people are going in the financing route, so gotta have that option as well when people are making larger purchases. Let's move on. So some of the other challenges for a proper lead gen strategy is going to be that you only have SEO, which is organic. This is great. We obviously love to do SEO. This is free leads for you. You don't have to pay anything. This is coming directly from your website, people calling you from your Google business profile by us ranking you at the top. This is great. Also got to have a pay-per-click strategy, because this is where most of the traffic is going to come from, given that Google will rank you at the top of its search engine page because you're paying for it. So a paid search strategy as well as a remarketing strategy, which is essentially a traffic coming to your website, and then they are retargeted with banner ads, with video ads. There are pennies on the dollar so that they are coming back and making that purchase decision in the future. Social media presence, obviously super important. Everybody's on social media, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. We are in pretty much all the social media channels because we have to stay relevant in order for our competitors or in order for our clients and customers to know us, to know that we exist, that we are here to do business in the long run. So gotta have social media presence. If you already don't, we do help with this as well. If you need help, we can talk about that after the call. And then social media PPC, this is going to be your lower cost lead generation, meaning you can throw out offers, social media, like, $0 down for a heating unit, or $99 per month for air conditioning, or no payments for 6 months. Whatever offer you have going on, or like a free tune-up, or a $99 tune-up for the summer, things of that nature you can do, and that will create a buzz, and people like those offers, and then they click in. Low ticket, and then you can get them for the higher ticket purchase. All right, so moving on, the marketing system, in plain terms, layman's terms, it's very simple, straightforward. It's your website, which we talked about in the beginning. It's your SEO, which is your organic lead gen. It's your search pay-per-click, which is essentially Google, Bing. It's your social media content, which is your videos, your banners, your offers, your Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, all these channels. Then your social media, pay-per-click, which is your Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, because those are the most used channels as of now. I'm going to show you a quick website redo that we did for this HVAC company, and this video is recorded by my partner, so I'll play this.
This is our new redesigned website. You can see our button up here. The website looks pretty modern. There's CTAs. There's a form down here. The client wanted like a picture at the top, and that's why the form is here. On the mobile also, it looks completely different. I'll show you the mobile experience. It's totally different from the desktop experience. It's very clean, and the services, custom iconography here is also here. We have a CTA section. We have steps, how to like choose the services, testimonial slider down below, the projects which are done. So yeah, pretty slick and clean website if you look it on mobile device now. So if you see, the mobile experience is totally customized, looks slightly different on the mobile devices. We have a form right below, an option to call us, nice little introduction section. Then we have the services. You can see center aligned nicely, and there's a CTA section down below. We have why chooses section. This is arranged vertically. Then the process, if you see on the desktop it was horizontal, on mobile it's vertical now. So everything is customized separately. Now the testimonials are in a form of slider like this, and then all the projects, people can scroll to the projects, then the footer section down below, and then the menu up here, and you can check different sections from here.
All right, so that was Michael, one of our clients. We want you to make sure that whenever you're working with a marketer or an agency, that you do assess their previous work. So whether they have testimonials, case studies, definitely look at that. You don't have to be super technical to evaluate those assets. So definitely do that before you hire someone. But for the website, if we were to do a quick checklist, and I'm showing you here basically the list of things that we must have for a HVAC website, a plumbing website, are service pages, location-specific pages, because you want to rank for every single city and suburb that you do service in. You got to have call to action buttons. Lead capture forms, obviously, because you need to get leads through those. Sticky menu navigation. So in the previous slide, when I was showing you guys the video, you saw that when we were scrolling down on the mobile device, we were not losing the menu navigation at the very top. So you're able to easily navigate to a different section of the website. Click to call, obviously important for mobile again, blog page for your content, gallery page for the work that you've done, about page showing authenticity for your company, essentially having your images, your crew member images, a little bit about yourself, calendar integration if you want to schedule appointments directly from your website. A chatbot, this is a little bit more advanced. If you have that, then you can answer questions from people directly without having to have human interaction. Then gotta have SEO. Like for every website, when a company is doing a website for you, please make sure that you have your SEO tags and titles optimized. They're not just doing a nice design, because Google is not a human being, it's a machine. So for you to be able to pop up, not just in Google, but also in the AI engines like ChatGPT, like Perplexity, or Cortana, or Llama, or any of the other the chat bots or the AI engines. You got to have this really well optimized. Now, if you'd like to get your website roasted for $1, you can book a call with us. We're going to drop a link in the chat. So book a call. We'll look at your website. We'll give you some recommendations, if you will, and then we'll go from there. SEO case study. What I'm showing you here is basically all the keywords that we are ranking one of our clients for. And basically, these are showing the keyword ranking. So this is a live rank tracker. Actually, I just took a screenshot. And we provide a live rank tracker for your Google My Business as well as your website. And we just took a screenshot of that, showing you all the different rankings for different keywords for this client. So that's that. And then I am just going to walk through a quick checklist for SEO, what you need to do to get your ranks up in the first top 3 or 4 spots of Google. Now, the very first thing is your GMB. GMB as in Google Business Profile, because that is going to obviously drive majority of your traffic, right? Because people are going to call you, they're going to, visit your website from your Google Business Profile. They're going to see where you're located. They're going to see what your services are. So this needs to be super optimized, and you need to have posts and updates, meaning you need to have posts happening on your GMB profile very regularly, because that shows to Google that you're an active business, that you're not just have not just created a GMB and forgotten about it. Obviously, you want to also have reviews regularly. That is going to impact your rankings. But reviews are not going to be the only thing that is going to help with your SEO. You need to have link building from authority sites, meaning you need to have backlinks driving traffic to your website, or driving traffic from other websites to your website by doing high authority backlinking. You got to have content, blogs, and the blogs also need to have a proper strategy and not just keyword stuffed in there. It has to be meaningful. It has to have relevancy. It has to have semantics, a little bit more technical. But yeah, if you have a proper blog and content strategy, then it will definitely help you rank very, very fast. And then your website needs to load like lightning fast, just like super fast. Why? Because that tells Google that this website is easy to navigate to. So it gives it incentive to rank it high up in the ranks. So gotta have the page speed. This is very easy to check online. There's a website called GT Metrics. I can show you in a little bit once we're done with this presentation. And I'm happy to check the page speed of any website if you guys want to give me those once we're almost done with the presentation. You got to have internally pages linked, meaning different pages within your website needs to have needs to have links within each other, so that that will also enhance your SEO rank. Mobile optimization, I talked about this a lot already, so I'm not going to cover that. Tags, meta tags, you got to choose your keywords wisely. Title tags, meaning the titles of each of the pages needs to be relevant. And then location pages, which I talked about earlier. And then essentially a 6 to 12 month SEO plan, because SEO is a long-term effort. Now, I'm going to play this video. This is a concept that we have developed. This is unique. You won't find this in about 99.99% of companies or home service businesses, because this is a unique approach where we build out additional websites called microsites to generate leads for your company. So let me play this video and I'll explain how microsites work. We have about 100 microsites in the home services industry. Majority of them are in HVAC and plumbing. And at the end of this presentation, I can also show you how we are generating leads from microsites. But I'll play this video to show you how effective it is.
In this video, I'm going to show you how microsites can be a game changer for your electrical business. So what are microsites? These are fully functional websites which are going to help you get 100% organic electrical jobs in your local area, in your cities, in your target suburbs. How do they exactly help you? As I said, these are fully functional websites that complement your brand. They'll help you to increase your real estate on Google search, helps you to bring 100% organic leads, help you dominate your competition, and eventually the goal is to help you get 5x to 10x return on your investment. Very inexpensive to keep, and eventually the goal is to help you reduce your ad spend and help you reduce the dependency on Google Ads. So this is how it works. If you see here, this is the parent company. You're going to be able to rank only in certain geography, like in nearby radius, but microsites, you can expand your footprint. As you can see here, you can expand much more beyond your target area and target certain areas which your parent company is not ranking, or in addition to your parent company, you can rank your microsites as well. So let's take an example. Here is Haymarket Electrician. The first one is the sponsored post. Just below that, we are ranking number 1. This is the microsite website where we design the logos. We do everything from scratch for you. It's not just one microsite. So what we've done here is, for example, this client has signed up for more than 30 microsites with us, and 15 of these are already ranking in 4 to 6 months in top 3 positions. You can see the screenshots here, and we are continuously working on it, and we are going to rank more and more microsites now. Another question I often get is like, hey, what about like new GMB? Can this be possible? Yes, it can be possible, but we'll need much more involvement from your end in this case. So we don't introduce GMB right away. It's something we do after 6 months or so. How does this help? Now, if you look at it with your website, you'll always have certain limitations. You'll be able to cover at the most 10 to 15% of your market. You may be able to rank in your city, maybe some of the suburbs. But if you want to rank for more and more suburbs and dominate, as I said, get more real estate space, you can rank your website as well as your microsite. So it can complement your parent company as well. It's not going to compete with your parent company, just to let you know. And then it's very important how this works. Very simple. We do the research. We research your competition. We research keywords. Obviously, we get your approval. Everything looks good. And then we publish. So it's all done for you. So now the next question is, how long does it take? 1 to 2 weeks for our research and the design. 2 to 3, week 2 to 3, we build the demo, get the approval, as I said. And week number 3 to 4, we get it launched. How it works? It's basically like a 12-month plan, and this is how it goes. And then, so if you want to dominate your local area and get more leads for your electrical business, do schedule a call with me.
All right, so that's essentially how microsites work. It's a unique approach. We've been doing this for the last 2.5 years for the home services industry. We started doing this for roofing businesses as well. We started actually with HVAC and plumbing business. So we have a lot of case studies in this industry showing how we're getting leads with microsites. So if you'd like to learn more, book a call with me. There's a link on the chat. Moving on with the presentation. PPC case study, I'm going to show you the screenshot in the next slide. So we generated a total of 141 leads at a cost of $56 per lead at a conversion rate of 40%. And the campaign duration was 90 days for this business. And you can see the metrics here, $56 per lead, 141 conversions. And this is, we spent $8,000 in this campaign because this is a larger business that needed a lot of leads. And this is for December 23rd of 2024 and through March 22nd of 2025. So that's timeline for that campaign. Real quick, I will go through the checklist of what you need to do to have a successful Google pay-per-click campaign. You got to have good keywords identified, volume versus intent, meaning some keywords have more volume, some keywords have more intent. Intent is very important for pay-per-click because when I'm searching for something for SEO, I am not able to show the customer that specific intent because the way I am searching, let's say I am searching for HVAC company near me. And if I'm searching for near me, I cannot have a website page that says near me. I will have a page that says, that city location, whether it's, Detroit, Michigan, or New York, or, Los Angeles, or Miami. So with Google pay-per-click, we can modify, we can manipulate the way we want to show the customer or the audience that's searching for the specific service in any way, shape, or form. So the intent of the keyword or the way the ad copy is written, the title of the ad is written, is going to deliberately help you get that click and eventually get that conversion. Identification of your target market. Some companies, what they like to do is put 20% of their budget into commercial because commercial has bigger jobs and 80% on residential. This is totally dependent on the company, on the HVAC company that is looking to do lead gen. So gotta have a strategy that complements. Sometimes some companies don't do commercial or they don't do residential. So it really depends on your target business. So it's important for whoever's running that campaign to understand your business, your target audience, and optimize and create the campaign that way. We like to usually use phrase and exact match. This is essentially like when I'm searching for something, let's say I'm searching for air conditioning near me or air conditioning installation, I want to pick a phrase that is close to what I'm searching. So like air conditioning Sarasota, air conditioning Tampa, like something very, very close to what I'm searching, or exactly give that phrase or that keyword and tell Google that this is what I want. I don't want you to, show my ad for keywords that are kind of close, but not really what someone's searching for. So I see a lot of ad budget wasted in Google PPC campaigns by using broad match keywords. So please stop doing that if you're already doing that, or whoever's doing that for your campaign, because that is just wasting your money. So please don't do that. Campaign monitoring, we typically monitor the campaign daily. I am not kidding. This is very important because Google PPC is quite expensive. So in order for you to be competitive and get leads at a rate where you are able to scale and sustain your marketing efforts, you need to monitor it daily. If you're not doing that at the beginning of any campaign, then you will burn through a lot of ad budget. And then you can move to weekly in about month 2 or month 3. But this is, I know it's painful, but this is what's got to be done. Tracking software, we talked about this earlier. Got to have a third-party tracking software like What Converts or CallRail. Local service ads, everybody knows about it. Google Guarantee, please run that because those are the top 2 or 3 spots of Google. Got to have negative keywords. This is probably the most important out of all these things because the more negative keywords you have, the less your ads are going to show for irrelevant searches. So this is going to save you a lot of money as well. Usually we will start with a manual bidding strategy. This will also depend on the type of campaign. So the bidding strategy can be manual or automated. And then we recommend a small percentage of your marketing budget to be invested in Bing ads. Why? Because there is a niche audience that searches on the Microsoft browser Bing. So it's good to have running some Bing ads. Obviously, the cost of conversions is going to be fairly low for Bing ads as well. Good to capture that portion of the market as well. If you'd like to get a PPC audit, if you're already running PPC, feel free to book a call with me. There's a link on the chat, and we can get a PPC audit done for you guys. Social media content, I'm just going to show you a couple of quick examples. You can show content, you can post content showing that you guys do regular training or updates about your crews. This makes you seem relevant. It makes you human. It builds trust for your audience. Same thing with reviews of your customers on social media. You can also post videos. You can post pictures like this. Anything that makes you look relevant and look local. Now, a few more social media pieces of content. You can see that, we're showing people how our crew members are working out on the field, how they're, drilling pipes over here, just basically us in action. This is going to be important. Even like how they're doing content, somebody's behind the camera. We can help you with this. We do help with video production and editing and content creation. So if you need help, feel free to book a call. We can chat further. This is going to be super crucial for you to build a brand. We are actually at the end of this presentation of this masterclass. So I really appreciate you guys for coming on.